Benin City to the world.
This is 92.7 KUFM Newsbreak.
Good morning and welcome to Newsbreak in KU 92.7 FM Benin City. First, the headlines. Court admits Obasaki's certificates as evidence over alleged forgery. TUC threatens showdown as NERC denies 50% hike in electricity tariff. And court convicts former bank MD, 3 others over 18 billion naira theft. On entertainment, Grammy Award postponed. And in sports,
Tottenham Hotspur beats Brentford to reach Carabao Cup final.
Details of these and more after this break. I am Omoye Ogbede. A federal high court in Abuja has admitted the original certificates of Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki as evidence. This comes as Justice Ahmed Mohammed presides over the case of alleged certificate forgery instituted against the governor by the All Progressives Congress and the chieftain of the party, Williams Edobo. The presiding judge admitted the documents as exhibits on Tuesday, while the defendants called their first witness, Charity Agwaba, to attest to their originality. Documents admitted by the courts include Governor Obaseki's first school leaving certificate obtained in 1971, his ordinary level certificate obtained in 1973, and his highest school certificate obtained in 1976. Others are the governor's Bachelor of Arts degree certificate issued by the University of Ibadan in 1979 and a master's degree certificate issued to him by the Pace University in New York, the United States in 1994. Counsel to the plaintiffs, Akin Olujimi, had raised an objection to the primary school certificate and original copy of the governor's certificate from the University of Ibadan. He said the documents were not front-loaded and all arguments with respect to the objections raised would be taken to the final written address. Governor Obaseki's certificates were admitted as evidence a day after the APC closed its case against him. And the clan head of Imai Kebu community in Esako East local government area of Edo State, Chief Karim Yaya Azamanudu II of Imai Kebu, has appeared with 4 orders before the Edo State Judicial Panel of Inquiry for victims of SARS and related abuses to seek financial compensation to the tune of 50 billion naira. The money is for the compensation for the 5 youths who were allegedly murdered by the divisional police officer of the Agenagoda station of the Nigeria Police Force, a superintendent of police, John Agaga, in his community. The incident was said to have happened on December 28, 2019. He also asked for 15 million naira compensation each for 5 elders, including himself, who were wrongfully detained at the Agenagoda police station and State Police Command headquarters for 5 days. Chief Yaya asked the panel to compare the police authorities to release the bodies of the slain youths to their families to enable them to give them befitting burial rights. Yaya gave names of the victims of the dastardly shooting as Sabo Abacha, Garuba Shaka, Sunday Augustine, Isaac John, and Sunday Jr. And the authorities of the University of Benin have announced 30th of January for the resumption of academic activities in the Ivory Tower. The institution's public relations officer, Benedicta Ehanire, said the decision was made at the end of the meeting of the University Senate on Monday. She further explained that the semester is expected to run until 1st of April 2021, while the second semester is due to commence on April 5th, 2021. In a related development, the Senate of the University of Ilorin has approved January 11th for the resumption of academic activities in the university. Meanwhile, the Senate of Bayero University, Kano, has approved the cancellation of the 2019-2020 sessions for all undergraduate and postgraduate programs. This was part of the decision adopted at the Senate in a meeting presided by the Vice Chancellor, Professor Sergey Abbas, on Monday. The University Registrar, Fatima Mohammed, in a statement, said the new academic session will begin on January 18, 2021, while the second semester will commence on May 3, 2021. And the Joint Admissions and Matriculations Board, JAMB, has opened its portal for institutions to upload names of shortlisted applicants for the 2020-2021 admission. The board said all admission processes must go through the Central Admission Processing System for approval. It noted that only qualified candidates, as recommended by the institutions for admission, will be approved by the board. Registrar of JAMB, Professor Isha Koloyode, said this in an interview with reporters in Abuja. He also said most institutions, particularly private, had commenced admission. The registrar, however, added that public universities are yet to fully kickstart the process, partly because they are yet to conclude admissions for last year. And the federal government has again increased the electricity tariff payable by power consumers across the country. Approval for the hike in tariff was given by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission as the increase, which varies based on different consumer classes, took effect from 1st of January 2021. A few hours after the news of the tariff hike broke, the NERC issued a statement denying a 50% hike, as has been reported in some circles. The regulatory agency blamed 2 naira to 4 naira adjustment in tariff on inflation and movement in foreign exchange rates. However, the Trade Union Congress issued a stern warning, asking the federal government to revert to old electricity tariff or face the consequences of its action. The NEC had announced the tariff hike in its December 2020 minor review of the multi-year tariff order and minimum remittance order obtained in Abuja on Tuesday. The tariff increase is taking effect just 2 months after the government, through NERC, implemented a hike in November 2020, which saw widespread opposition. And coming up in a moment, President Buhari re-emphasizes need to bridge infrastructural gap. This and more when we return.
Don't you touch that dial.
Sugar, don't touch that dial.
KUFM 92.7. At split seconds, there's a lot happening around us, but we can't be everywhere all the time. We've got work, families, and chores to cater to, and most importantly, time to rest. And that's why having reliable partner like KUFM News is important. Sleeping? We don't. We work round the clock, bringing you stories as they break from Nigeria and across the world. We would stop at nothing to keep you informed, because KUFM News is all about you and stories that affect you. Politics, business, human interests, sports, entertainment, just name it. We've got you covered. KUFM News. Timely, precise, spot on.
And you're welcome back. Still in the news, the President Muhammad Buhari has re-emphasized need to bridge the infrastructural deficit in order to achieve sustainable development. The President spoke Tuesday at State House Abuja while receiving in audience Wang Yi, the State Councillor and Foreign Minister, the People's Republic of China. According to a statement issued by his Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, President Buhari expressed Nigeria's gratitude to the Chinese government for the support so far given. On his part, Wang Yi applauded what he called the mutual trust and sound personal friendship between President Buhari and President Xi Jinping of China, noting that it has guided the bilateral relationship between the two countries. He added that China loves to begin the year's diplomatic work from Africa, and Nigeria was chosen as the first port of call in 2021 since the year marks the 50th anniversary of diplomatic relations between the two countries. A chief magistrate court in Abuja has fixed January 8th for ruling on the bail application filed on behalf of Omoyele Sowore and 4 others. Chief Magistrate Mabel Shegun Bello fixed the date on Tuesday after listening to the application for bail moved by the lawyer to the defendants Marshal Abubakar and the opposition by the prosecutor. The court also ordered the defendants to be remanded at the Force CIID facility in Area 10 following complaints by Sowore that they were denied food and medical attention at the Kuje Correctional Center. Chief Magistrate Shegun Bello further ordered the police to provide the third defendant, Damilare Adinola, who is a law student of the University of Abuja, with internet facilities and writing materials to enable him to join his classmates who resumed online classes on January 5th. Sowore and 4 others were arraigned on January 4th on 3 counts of criminal conspiracy, unlawful assembly, and inciting public disturbance, but they all pleaded not guilty to the charges. They were arrested by the police on New Year's Eve during a candlelight procession organized by Sowore against bad governance. Meanwhile, the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has sought the intervention of the United Nations over the detention of the convener of the Revolution Now movement, Omoyele Sowore, and 4 others. In a statement on Tuesday by its Deputy Director, Kolawole Oluwadare, the group said it has sent an urgent complaint to the UN Working Group on Arbitrary Detention over the detention, torture, and ill treatment Sowore and others whom he said were activists for peacefully exercising their human rights. In the complaint dated January 4th, it stressed that the detention of the 5 persons constituted an arbitrary deprivation of their liberty, saying it does not have any legal justification. The Human Rights Group urged the UN Working Group to initiate a procedure involving the investigation of the charges against Sowore and the activists and to urgently send an allegation letter to the Nigerian government inquiring about the case generally. Before their arraignment, Sowore had in a tweet called for a crossover protest, asking Nigerians to pick up a candle and a placard showing their grievances against the Muhammadu Buhari's administration. And the Lagos High Court sitting in Ikeja has convicted a former managing director of Finbank PLC, Oke Nwansu, and 3 other directors of the bank. Justice Lateef Okunu convicted the 4 for stealing over 18 billion naira from the bank. In her judgment delivered on Tuesday, the court sentenced 3 of the convicts to a 4-year jail term after ordering them to repay 18 billion naira. And coming up in a moment in entertainment news, veteran Yoruba actress Orisa Bumi dies at 60. This and more on entertainment news.
Admission, admission, admission. Ranedge Montessori Academy, a renowned institution for qualitative and functional education, is right at your doorstep. Admission is currently going on into crèche, pre-nursery, nursery, and primary section. Come now and register that precious child of yours at Ranedge Montessori Academy, a serene and conducive environment for learning at 5 Obasoye Street, off Liberty Street, between Ihama and Boundary Road, close to Micon Institute and Randeki Hotel, GRA, Benin City. This is an opportunity to be part of this awesome family. At Franedge, learning is always fun. For further information, call 081-795-49122, 080-657-10725, or call 080-603-35828. Choose Franedge. Choose qualitative education. Franedge, a center of excellence.
It's not news breaking KU 92.7 FM Benin, sitting some entertainment stories today. The 2021 Grammys, originally scheduled for January 31st, has been postponed due to concerns over the spread of COVID-19. Organizers have not confirmed a new date, but sources say they are aiming to hold the event sometime in March. The Grammys had already planned on a limited show for 2021, foregoing an audience completely and only allowing presenters and performance on sites during the show. The 2021 Grammy nominations, which were led by Beyonce, who picked up 9 nominations, while Dua Lipa, Taylor Swift, and Roddy Ricch followed behind with 6 nods each. It is unclear if original host Trevor Noah is still set to host this year's show, as representatives of Noah and the Recording Academy did not immediately reply to requests for comments. And popular Yoruba actress Folake Aremu, popularly known as Orishabumi, is dead. The veteran actress, a native of Ola in Kwara State, died at age 60 at her residence in Ibadan, Oyo State. She was said to have died after a brief illness. Born on October 10, 1960 in Iluola, Kwara State, Orishabumi went to Iluola Primary School and Secondary Commercial College. Prince Jide Kosoko, who confirmed her death on Wednesday morning, expressed grief and prayed to God for the repose of her soul. Kosoko, who described her death as a terrible blow to the Nigerian theatre arts industry, also prayed for God to comfort her family members and her loved ones. The president of the Theatre Arts and Motion Picture Practitioners Association of Nigeria, Bolaji Amosun, aka Babalatin, said Orishabumi died late Tuesday night. Her death comes months after the demise of her former husband, Jimo Aliyu, otherwise called Aworo, under whose tutelage she rose to prominence in the film industry. Aremu was well known since the 80s for her roles as a priestess, pacifist, and a good witch in movies. And that's it from entertainment. In sports, Tottenham beats Brentford to reach EFL Cup final. Agosa Agbeka has more on our sports decks.
Good morning. Jose Mourinho moved Tottenham Hotspur to within one game of their first trophy in 13 years as they hand a 2-0 Carabao Cup semi-final win over Brentford FC at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium last night. Spurs have not won any trophy since they beat Chelsea in the 2008 League Cup final, and they were made to work hard before seeing off the Championship promotion chasers in the one-leg semi-final. Brentford had beaten 4 Premier League sides in the run to their first major semi-final, but they were behind after only 12 minutes when Musa Sissoko headed Sergio Reguilon's cross beyond Beast goalkeeper David Raya. Thomas Frank's side thought they had equalized after the hour when top scorer Ivan Toney headed in, but the goal was ruled out for the most marginal of offsides. Mourinho's side will now meet either Manchester United or Manchester City in the final at Wembley in April. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's men will face their City rivals tonight at Old Trafford. And finally, Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola says he does not have many players for Wednesday's Carabao Cup semi-final against Manchester United due to COVID-19. The former Barcelona and Bayern Munich trainer was without 6 players for the Premier League game at Chelsea on Sunday, and although his side ran out convincing 3-1 winners, the Spaniard fears City's busy schedule will take its toll. Despite his list of absentees, Guardiola knows the Blues are not an exceptional big case and says all managers are having to adapt to the situation, with the Premier League reporting a record 40 positive coronavirus tests in the latest week of testing. Meanwhile, Manchester City's players will walk out in retro shirts bearing club legend Colin Ben's number 8 for Wednesday night's clash. Ben died on Tuesday at the age of 74 following a short illness, and the team will pay tribute to the king of the keepers at Old Trafford. Former England international Ben made 501 appearances and scored 153 goals for City during his 13-year stay after joining from Bury in 1966, helping secure promotion to the top flight. The Carabao Cup semi-finals have been reduced from 2 legs to 1 this season, with a more congested fixture schedule amid the coronavirus pandemic taken into account. And that's sports news on KFM's News Break. My name is Agosa Agbeka, and back to you, Amoye.
And that's the news, but before we go, our quick recap of the headlines. Court admits Obasaki's certificates as evidence over alleged forgery. TUC threatens showdown as NEC denies 50% hike in electricity tariff. And court convicts former bank MD, 3 others over 18 billion naira theft. Do remember that the continued unity of Nigeria is a collective responsibility. Be sure to play your part. Do not forget you can listen to us anywhere in the world by visiting our website at www.kufm.net or download our mobile app from the Google Play Store. We are also live on YouTube at KUFM Nigeria, and you can also listen to us on RadioGarden.com. KUFM's news break was produced by Nusahai Uwadiai. I am Omoyo Gwede saying thanks for listening. Good morning.
Classic hip hop. Turn it up. Turn it up.
92.7.
Rubbing on that Italian leather. Them convict jeans on. You ready? Yeah. I get it until the sunrise. Doing 90 and a 65. Windows roll down screaming now. Number one hustler getting money. Why you wanna count my money? I'm a hustler, don't need man, one of y'all, you see it. I see police on that crooked eye. Doing 100 on when the state 95. My shorty leaning, blasting that do or die. Wishing that I'm what I thought I would, just be certified. Got a system that'll beat and knock your wall off. Got a under my seat, the sawed off. Got a bunch of goons, hope they never call off. The sniper sitting on the roof, already saw y'all. Ain't too much, I put a strain on me. That's the reason why I have to put the blame on me. I'd rather have them dollar bills rain on me than to let them haters come and make a name on me. That's why I get it until the sunrise. Doing 90 and a 65. Windows roll down screaming now. Number one hustler getting money. Why you wanna count my money? I'm a hustler, don't need man.
She said, young, why your voice so hoarse? I just sound like money, baby, I should have been a force. Ain't looking like a sugar-free Red Bull. I'm so paid, you know I keep a pocket full. And that's before the taxes. Took my whole gross net and hid it under my mattress. I used to get bored, count 20s for practice. Paper therapy, we let the money relax us. Gold chains round my neck just like Michael Phelps. I made a killing in the wall, killing with the wall. Against all odds and I will not stop. They try to keep me on bottom, but I prefer the top. In my project tick, I move the next to chalk. She said the house was too small, I move the next to block. So baby, get your up, I need an extra block. I told her do the speed limit and no extra stops, and that's why
I get it until the sunrise. Doing 90 and a 65. Windows roll down screaming now. Number one hustler getting money. Why you wanna count my money? I'm a hustler, don't need man. One of y'all, you see it. I'm the boss, it only takes one call. I try to hit you up and dump you off, and that's all. I won't be taking that fall. Homie, I got cake, that's what I'm paying them for. Ain't that funny? Gorillas, they want war, but ain't got money. Cause I seen them all talk until they start gunning. Quicker than Usain Bolt, the fastest thing running. Yeah, Akon easy. Block oil holding down Jersey. Divine making sure we getting it up front. My little brother Boo got that vision, baby. I get it until the sunrise. Doing 90 and a 65. Windows roll down screaming now. Yeah, number one hustler getting money.